Well, after weeks of waiting and waiting, well, not even weeks, more like a week, honestly, uh, the Kings are finally here. What is going on, guys? My name is German. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, as always, leave your boy a like and a subscribe. And today, we are taking a look, we are discussing here the newest LR EZAs, the LR gods and the LR Super Saiyan 4s. This is like insane. So LR Super Saiyan 4, these details have been out for 17 hours, right? I haven't really read through the details just quite yet, but the way Twitter is reacting seems like these two are going to be behemoths beyond behemoths. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with the LR gods here and then kind of move our way up to LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, data download has already hit. These guys come out here in about 7 hours. So 2 a.m. my time is when they'll be out in the game. So this is going to be very interesting, right? They're going to be out tonight. So let's go ahead and break down everything that these boys are going to do. So the EZ8 leader skill looks like 3 key, 170%. And so it's going to be a 200% lead, but they give an extra key. So they give 4 key to Kamehameha characters. I'm assuming Gogeta is going to be the same, but obviously with fused fighters. Damage reduction, 77% damage reduction, and guaranteed additional super for 1 turn on intro. Gets 2 key and 100% attack and defense and guard for 7 turns. 200% attack and defense start a turn, get an additional 2 key per type key sphere. 10% attack and defense up to 77 per every key sphere attained. For every rainbow key sphere, they get a 10% chance to crit. When they have 17 or more key, they get an additional guaranteed super. When 20 or more key, they get another additional super attack, and attacks are effective against all types. Now, one thing about the LR Gods is it is very, very easy to get key with this character, right? So kind of breaking that down as well, the way Dokkan seems to be moving content for the 10th anniversary is to make, in quotations, right? I'm going to say quotation, long events. Because really what it is they're giving the bosses way more defense and way more HP, which allows stacking characters to kind of go crazy. So being a stacker right now is going to give you some value just because the hardest fights in the game, right? The Red Zone Jiren, Battle Hardened Foes Jiren. Jiren makes up like 3 of the hardest fights in the game. Yeah, ready to install Windows. I'm not doing that. So being a stacker, you have some value. You do have some value when you're a stacking character. So very, very good for LR Super Saiyan Gods right here. 12 key looks like they get 50% attack and defense, so they get 50% stacking. And then also on 18 key, Mega Colossal with the greatly raises attack and defense. So there's the first half of the tweets. Right, everything about the character is going to stay about the same. I'm not going to really read through the replies too much here. So obviously the LR Gods, I really should have pulled up. You know what? Hang on. Yeah, so one thing they did is they just kind of moved around what the gods are doing, essentially, right? So kind of looking at it here real quick. So they get damage reduction extra on the intro versus their non-EZA, right? They get the extra, I believe it's guard. Let me just double pull this up real quickly here. Yeah, so the intro effect changes for them getting the 77% damage reduction, the guaranteed additional. That wasn't there before. They just had guard for 1 turn. They still get the guard, but it's for 7 turns instead. So that went way up, right? 200% attack and defense. They get 3. It's 2 key for instead of 1. 10% per every rainbow key sphere obtained, and then they get attack and defense per key sphere obtained. This went down to 17, gave them the extra additional super attack still, and then this went up to 20, so they become a super effective against all types, and they still get that. So the transformation condition will, not changed. It is just going to be an active skill transformation. So into Blue Goku and Vegeta we go. So let's go ahead and get in here. So yeah, stats are going to stay the same. 77% damage reduction for 1 turn. 300% attack and defense start a turn. Guaranteed 2 key per key sphere obtained. Super effective against all types. Guard. 50% chance to crit. 30% chance to dodge. Int to rainbow key spheres. Okay. For the first 4 turns of this character's appearance, you randomly change key spheres of a certain type, int excluded to rainbow. So they're double rainbow orb changing. Okay, that's dope. For every key sphere obtained, 10% attack and defense up to 100. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, chance to dodge and crit plus 10%. 7 or more key sphere obtained, you get a guaranteed additional super. When you have 20 or more key, you get another guaranteed additional super attack. When you're activating the active skill or attacking with 24 key, you get 50% attack. When attacking, Jesus, dude, they have to double page it. That's insane. When attacking, once only, it looks like. Guaranteed crit, gets a guaranteed additional super when the enemy's HP is 50% or more. And then when receiving an attack, Dodge when HP is 50% or less. Once only. Yo. Okay. They're just good. Guaranteed dodge when your HP is low. Guess what? Half of the fights in the game, your HP is just gonna be low. So for you have less than 50% HP, congratulations. Now you have a turn like a guaranteed dodge essentially. They're doing like how many super attacks is that? Their base super. Here's one if you get 7 or more key spheres, right? You have the 50% chance of create. Oh, no, that's not an additional super attack. There's another one if you get the 7 or more. Another one. So they could super up to 5 times depending on everything, right? Okay, that's dope. So on 12 key, 100% attack, 50% defense for 1 turn. 18 key, 100% attack and defense for 4 turns, and disables enemies' actions. They're so back, dude. Let's see. Look at this. This, like, for one, they did not have that damage reduction. You know, that damage reduction for 1 turn is going to be very, very helpful, right? You have the extra stats, you have the extra key. Well, the key stayed the same. Super effective against all types is here. This went up to 50. This really should have gone up to 50 as well. But I mean, honestly, like who really cares? Because they're already getting more dodge on the passive as well, right? They didn't have their own rainbow orb changing like that. So as you guys, they didn't have rainbow orb changing back then. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, they're really gonna be strong. So they gained rainbow orb changing. Okay. This went up to 10%. They didn't have a nuking passive before, but that did go up as well. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, this used to be 7% to both of them. Now it's 10%, which is very good. 7 or more key. That wasn't there before for the guaranteed additional super attack. This went up, you know, to 20 or more key. They completely got rid of this, honestly, when attacking with 16. Because if you get 7 key spheres and then get the other one, you just get the guaranteed additional. Because they're already going to be super effective against all types as it is. So they really went crazy with these characters. I mean, this active skills are going to stay the same, right? That went up to 100% attack, 50% defense, and this stayed the same over 4 turns. Dude, they are going to go so crazy. Like, look, are you serious? Okay. Well, there's the LR gods right there, right? The LR gods, they sure did they go pretty wild for the LR gods. Okay, now let's go ahead and break down. I'm gonna backspace here just quickly, right? Just real fast. We're gonna do some live clicking around here so we can actually get to Super Saiyan 4. Not Super Saiyan 5, I wish though, right? Everybody wishes that was a thing. So let's talk about LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta now. So let's see. I'm assuming the leader skill is going to be the same just for the fused fighters portion, you know, but the 1 key 30% to Kamehameha, yeah, stays the same. So let's begin. Upon intro, 77% damage reduction, gets a guaranteed additional super for 1 turn. 2 key, 100% attack and defense, and guard for 7 turns. So what did the gods got the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same exact thing as the gods. Okay, gotcha. 200% attack and defense start a turn. They get 2 key per type key sphere obtained. 10% attack and defense up to 77% for every key sphere obtained. And 10% chance to crit for every rainbow key sphere obtained. Gets a guaranteed additional super attack with 17 or more key. And then when attacking with 20 or more key, attacks super against all types and gets another guaranteed additional super. Are they just the exact same? Super against all types, guaranteed additional super attacks. Yeah, they're the exact. Okay, so in base, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan Gods, they are exactly the same. Okay, gotcha. I mean, still not too bad, right? The first turn they're able to stack up very well. They still have the guard, so you can kind of run them in slot 2 as you're stacking your defense up higher and higher for these type of fights. So obviously, I mean, yeah, they were pretty much the same guard, except this turns into 7 turns versus this you get the 77% damage reduction. So there's, yeah, the gods in Super Saiyan 4 and the Super Saiyan 4s are the same. So obviously active skill condition, I'm not really gonna go too crazy into it, right? Active skill is gonna be the same as the LR gods. 4th turn, start a battle, very, very good. So let's begin here, shall we? Gogeta, from what I am to understand, is just the craziest unit in the game, or he's up there. Yeah, daddy is back. That's what we like to see. So 77% damage reduction for 1 turn, 300% attack and defense start a turn, 2 key per key sphere obtained, super fit against all types, guard, 50% chance to crit, guaranteed additional, and a scouter. Did he have a scouter before? No, he didn't. Okay. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. For every case you retain, 10% attack defense up to 100, 50% or chance of performing a crit, and damage reduction per 10% per rainbow key sphere. So instead of dodge, which I believe that's the same, he got damage reduction. Yeah, Gogeta's gonna go crazy. I can already tell. Active skill, or when attacking with 24 key, 50% attack. When receiving an attack once only, you get 50% damage reduction within the turn when HP is 50% or less. And then when receiving a super, 70% chance of nullifying and countering. Yep. Once only he nullifies it when facing only one enemy and that enemy's HP is 50% or less. That's okay. So he gets a guaranteed counter. Okay. 100% attack, 50% defense for one turn. Same as the gods. And, oops, that's not what I meant to do. 100% attack and defense for 4 turns. Mega Colossal and disables enemy. Gogeta just seems insane. Are you serious? Bros, guys. You know how long we've been wanting a unit, right? We either the Vegito character or, yeah, it's pretty much just been Vegito, honestly. What if like AGL Super Vegito just had a scouter the entire fight instead of it being restricted? Because then what you can do is, oh, hey, I can live. So turn 4, you can just pop this guy out. You'll have a scouter for the entire fight. And this guy just has a 70% chance to count. Oh my god, Gogeta. Is this for real? Dude, these are just insane. I mean, here's the thing. I've always been a bigger fan of Gogeta versus the gods. I think Gogeta is absolutely nuts. The gods are very good, though. Listen. Dodge is good, but having a scouter plus a 70% chance to counter supers, that's crazy. That's crazy. These guys have they have dodge. And it's just like, okay. But if the boss cancels dodging, then, I mean, at least they got the 1 turn of damage reduction. But, like, Gogeta just has damage reduction. Oh, wow. I mean, they're both insanity. They are both insanity. I cannot, like... Dude, wait until we see them in game. We're just talking about details. Wait until they come out in game, dude. So, there you guys have it. There is LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the LR Gods EZA details. If you guys made it to the end of the video, leave your boy a like and subscribe. And what do you guys think? Honestly, I mean, Gogeta clears. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Gogeta is very good. The gods seem insane. Gogeta seems insane. This is what we wanted. We needed these two to be some of the craziest units in the entire game, and they delivered. So, yeah, that's been it for me. I will see you guys in the next one.